Is all that happened. It was just it introduced, quote unquote, a new art form, a literary art form. Because here's what King James did, eh? Did you read that God's Secretaries? You should fucking, I should have bought the other copy. There's 2 copies at the bookstore. I told God to buy it. I read it in Toronto. What the dudes, some dudes, here's their hobby when they go on holidays. They troll libraries. That's what they do. They go through all these old manuscripts, yada, yada, yada. And guess what they found? They found notes from the translators of the King James Version, right? And in those notes they discovered that what King James did, because what he did, he says, okay, I'm the king now. I don't like all this fucking sectarian bullshit in my kingdom. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? I hate it. Killed my mom when I was a kid.
Yep.
Right? And all the time I was growing up in Scotland there, the one side and the other side was always fucking on my ass to fucking thumbs up them. And I thumbs down them both. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to fucking give my people a version of a Bible that doesn't support
that's one version of the story.
No, that's the historical version.
The translators notes.
That's right from the documents.
Yeah, like
that's original sources.
My uncle was the headmaster of Prairie Bible. So
Prairie Bible.
I think that I've heard these arguments before. Like when he would talk about it, it's about
well, they couldn't have because they didn't.
Word to.
No, they didn't know about those fucking
difference. That it's those people
this isn't theology,
that they don't agree on.
It's not theology. This is history. We found these documents.
Yeah, and
right, and they
have the documents from all.
But they never had these documents. They never had these documents.
Yeah, they're like the scribbles, the side notes.
These are from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
they didn't. So every other fucking document they got, ain't from the horse's mouth. It's from the gossip pit.
Well.
And what book was this that you read about it?
God's Secretaries, it's called.
Really?
Yeah, they found the original fucking transcripts. It's like the notebooks of the dudes, eh?
Yeah.
So anyway, here's what King James did. He said, okay, I got Catholic translators, I got fucking this fucking Protestant translators, I got wing-ding translators and numbnuts translators, okay? And when you guys everybody gets a section. You translate your section, and it goes to the other groups, and they all agree on the translation, right? If there's any contentious terms, use that term's poetic expression. Yeah, right?
Interesting.
That's all it was, dude, man. That's all it was, right?
I want to read more about this kind of stuff again, man. I realize that I haven't been reading as much as I want, man.
It's hilarious. And guess what? Like the Pilgrims that left England, eh?
Cause I like that book,
dude, man.
God, a biography. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, those dudes, that landed on Plymouth Rock, the Pilgrims, right? Like they had a hard case of the snooties from this translation.
Yeah, totally.
Right? And they totally condemned it. And they preferred this other version, right? And they fucking run off to America so they didn't have to fucking deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Brought their old text with them.
Yeah.
It's like, and a few hundred years later, guess what? The only people know about their old texts are like the scholars.
And the King James Version is pretty widespread.
Yeah, totally.
In North America.
Yeah, it's like a bestseller. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? It was a new
story with the
Catholic
Bible.
It's the new.
They've made changes to it and decided that some things were actually kind of maybe not quite what they wanted.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah, well, it doesn't even matter. The whole point is, how do those guys treat those, what you could call them, historical documents?
Well, you know, as
It's how to relate to a historical document. That's what it all is all about.
It's a big transition to move from basing your faith on paper copies.
No. You're not basing your faith on
more
paper
towards
It's
an organic system of
What's
belief.
that?
An organic system of belief. It's adaptable.
Yeah.
Such as where the women are now saying, you know, we'd like a larger role in the application of the spirituality to the masses. We've been in the background and we're ready
And we're
to...
sick of it.
Yeah.
And you guys have fucked up big time.
Yeah. You know, they're saying it a little more politely, but...
Well, I don't know anything about politely. That's a polite way to say it.
Well, and that, you know, it's pretty nasty when it gets down to it, right? I mean, there's lots of priests in different orders in the Catholic Church which have been outcast and stripped.
I think Sinead O'Connor should become
an old story, though, dude, man. That's bogged down. Those are incidental. Those are just incidental.
We're on the rise, though, now. We've just had...
But what about the new pope?
Serious,
okay.
Yes. A serious news. Like, here we go. Not only is this the first time in a long time that this has happened, it's just poo-pooed. And we have a new guy who's totally...
He's
different.
Yeah,
but
he's
still different, but he's still yarn-fest.
Well,
he's still yarn-fest.
He wants to give the money to the poor.
Yes, and
rhetoric.
This is different.
It's rhetoric. I know. That's
I'm
reciting the rhetoric. Yeah, like.
It's only rhetoric until they can recreate what happened not very long ago.
If they're not creating the Garden of Eden, I don't care. I.e. permaculture, that should be...
You know who I'm thinking of,
no,
of course, the Argentinian.
The what?
The Argentinian, Che Guevara.
What
Fidel
about
Castro.
I thought he was...
They were largely backed by the Catholic Church, right, to do their charity work for the people. Because he was a doctor, right?
Yeah, what's he do? So how come
So they worked together to provide this service that was supported by the Catholic Church.
Yeah. So how come the Catholic...
Anyway, this is the style of cultural, social change that this Pope is used to.
So how come the
Catholics...
How come the Catholics weren't instrumental in getting...
One course will come out soon. You wait. And he will try and champion something. And then his red coat will be exposed.